Jai Hind everyone, welcome again to the Patriotic IAS. Today we have again one notification that yesterday I inform you that we are continue to providing all the class notes, whatever we will discuss here, and whatever the highlighted form, whatever we have discussed in the same manner, but that will be provided maximum by the 5:30 p.m. But yes, it could be uploaded before that, and you can download it from the Telegram channel, and the link for that it is given below this video and into the description box. Please go and search. Beside that, we are also providing one mains question on a daily basis. You have to write in a very serious manner, because the mains is about to inculcate whatever the you have gone through. So this is very important. Please write on a daily basis. Whatever point comes in your mind, write. Even if you are going for just 1 mark, 2 marks, 0 marks, that doesn't matter. Just structure your answer into the introduction, body parts. In the body parts, you can give 2 or 3 points. That is sufficient at the initial stage. Gradually, you will go and you have to bring the more and more effective answer writing. But yes, if you will not start, that is not possible to make it effective. So at least start writing introduction, body parts, and conclusion. That should be the structure, simple structure. And if you have that, you will fetch a good marks. Okay. Beside that, we are also providing the prelims practice question. Do it seriously. Sometimes whenever there is the topic and the same from the same topic, UPSC has asked some question, we will provide under that the same thing. And rigorously, very rigorous manner, we are preparing all these notes. So please be very careful. This is very effective if you will be regular. It will show you result when you will be appearing into the UPSC prelims or the state PCS prelims and UPSC mains. Okay, so it is going to help you at everywhere. So here it could be hard work for you, because the lot of content I bring in the sessions, because I try to bring the all this coverage from the international edition of the Hindu, and there is a lot of coverage. Okay, so you can also refer, if you are referring the digital media, if you are referring the soft copy, you can refer for the international edition. And please subscribe to the Hindu, because that is the amazing newspaper. They do lot of hard work. Okay, so here this is just there is lot of content from that. I cannot bring the content from the other sources, because already the Hindu cover lot of things, and if you will cover, that will be more than sufficient to make you at least more than 50 question in a correct manner. You can attempt into the, even the difficulty level is very high, in that case you can attempt. So yes, this is all about. So let's start the topic that we are going to cover. So we will go with the index. This is the index. This is the topic that we are going to start. The first topic that is important is to the Competition Commission of India, and it rejects the allegation from the Indian digital media platform that the Google Play Store that is charging at a very high level of the charge. Okay, so this is for the mains, because you have to know about the what is the role of the Competition Commission of India, and it will be for also prelims. So you should know the where is the headquarter and other things situated. Okay. Next news that we will cover is the Supreme Court observation on the LGBT community, that there was a case where it was found that the High Court has ordered the counseling for the one of the LGBT community person. So here the Supreme Court has the some observation. So it will be for the totally means specific. After that, we will study that India's voter deserve a bond of probity. Here, this news article has been written by the previous election commissioner, and he is the Ashok Lavasa. So this is a very good analysis of the electoral bond. So it will be for the means perspective. Here it has also been brought that what the expectation from the electorates, what the expectation from the people of India. So here all that has been discussed. After that, there is the analysis on of the order from the court that the dogs, some of the breed of the dogs should be pet dogs should be banned. Okay, so here there is the analysis of the how the public safety is threatened by the this many breeds of the dogs as well as the street dogs. So it will be for the mains you can study into the governance as well as the disaster management, because this has become a bit man-made disaster. After that we will study eliminating disease one region at a time. Here the discussion, the analysis is that we should proceed from the specific targeted area, some specific region, to the state level, to the national level, if we want to eliminate the disease. And it has been discussed into the context of the elimination of the guinea worm disease. So this will be very important for the mains, and particularly GS paper 2 and health sector. Okay, health sector, where we discuss that what are the different perspective, what are the different strategy, what are the different plan we can adopt for the elimination of the disease. Okay. Then we will study the data marketplace. Here the data marketplace has been discussed in the context of the regulation is weak in India, and the use of data and the AI, use of the AI has made this data at the center place. So there is the vulnerability of the different area, even the non-personal data. Okay, so here that has been discussed in that context again for the mains specific. After that, we will study that there has been the mass kidnapping in the Nigeria. So it will be for the prelims. Here we will locate Nigeria into the map and try to know that what is the issue. And after that, we will study that why has Karnataka banned certain coloring agent. Already we have studied one of the coloring agent that looks attractive and used into the food, but it has the health negative impact, so that has been banned. So for the prelims we will try to know those coloring agents, that becomes important. After that we will study the slow and steady rise of the mixed reality technology. Here we will try to study the concept of the augmented reality, mixed reality and virtual reality. So it will be for the prelims GS paper 3 science and technology. Okay, as well as for the mains. Okay, let's start the first front page. The front page that started with the center justifying its stand on the appointment of the election commission. As we have already studied that there was the appointment of the two of the election commissioner, we should know that there is the, as per Article 324 of the Indian Constitution, there should be there is no definition, exact definition of the how many election commissioners should be there. It is as per the discretion of the president, and even there is no method that how the select committee should be to select these election commissioner and chief election commissioner. The only thing that is given that they will be appointed by the president, that is the normal norms. Okay, but the thing is that the power has been given to the parliament to make the law, frame the law, and recently the parliament framed the law and it became controversial because one of the modification that center does is that it replaces Chief Justice of India with the Union Cabinet Minister. So this was the issue. So please, already we have covered it's a lot of time, so you should be knowing all these things. So here the center is justifying that it doesn't mean that if there is a judicial person into the select committee that automatically the selection will be unbiased or the independent. And at the same time, it doesn't mean that if the minister or the government person is there into the panel or the select committee that the selection will become the bias. So here it has given that for the last 70 years, from the 1952 to till now, there has no such law. Already the first law that came for the selection of the Election Commission of India, it was into the 2023. So that's why the center has depended all this thing on the different ground. Okay. Besides that, center has also defended that center already have provided the sufficient time to the leader of opposition. Here it is given that there was allegation from the leader of opposition Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary that he was not provided sufficient time to ponder upon the name that was given into the list. So here the sentence is saying that already we provided the list on the 13th of the March, and all the process took place after 2 days. Okay, so you had the sufficient time, and already you were updated with the committee meeting timing and the collaborative nature of the selection. Already everything has been provided. Okay, so here this is all about. So you should know this thing, how the center is reacting, and what was the ground for the opposition. Again, here this is again a type of the political tussle between the center and the state. The official from the center, they are arresting those official of the state. For example, in the Tamil Nadu, there was arrest of this ED official by the state investigating body of the Tamil Nadu, and the same thing is being done by the ED at the central level. So this is quid pro quo, revenge, and yes, vendetta, all that is going on. You shouldn't be that much careful about this. Okay. The next important news that we should cover is this billing process that was challenged, and there was allegation against the Google Page Store that it is not following the competitive behavior, because many of the charges that this digital service providers of the Indian local Indian company, they are being charged from the Google at a very high rate, but the Competition Commission of India, it has not found any substance in that, and it has said that there should be the sum of the maintenance charges that should be chargeable by the Google Pay. So here it has been mentioned that yes, there is need for the Google also have to incur some of the maintenance cost for its platform, and if it is charging, that is not that much anti-competitive, and further investigation will be taking place as per the Competitive Commission of India. This is not the final verdict. Okay, so the allegation was that the Google is charging near about 11 to 26% if any of the app that is being uploaded or the downloaded from the Google app. This is the case. Okay, so as per the Competitive Commission of India, the Google defended that we have also maintained our platform, and that's why we are charging. So this is the case here. So please, you should be careful about that. It also recognized the cost and responsibility associated with the maintaining app store. So this is the stand of the Google. So you should know this is all about. You should also know basics about the Competition Commission of India. What is the basics? The headquarter that is situated into the New Delhi. Okay, and it is the statutory body. It was established into the 2003. Please remember all this thing. Okay, so what it's promote? Okay, the main function is that it prevent any misuse of the dominance. If some company become monopoly and after that it is misusing its monopoly, so it will be not accepted. So this is the case. Okay, the second thing is that regulation of the combination. Okay, so here it will be regulate the merger, acquisition, and other such combination. Okay, and it will promote the competition among this service provider and yes, different platforms, so that the consumer could be benefited. There couldn't be if there is any chance of the exploitation of the consumer, that could be reduced and eliminated. This is the main work of the Competition Commission of India. Here the chairman and members are elected by the central government. So please remember, and it consists of the one chairperson and 6 members. So this is important for the state PCS. Whenever you are going for any of the state PCS, such type of the question they can ask. Next important topic that we are going to cover is about this LGBT community. Here there is a very interesting case that from the Kerala High Court, there was the case. In this case, there was the 2 female partners with the same sex. Okay, so one of the partner was being held by her family. So the other partner approached to the Kerala High Court and asked that please release her and let her stay with me. Okay, so this was the stand, but the Kerala High Court ordered that that person, that female person should be counseled because she has developed some of the disease-like thing. Okay, so here the same person approached to the Supreme Court and asked that yes, despite all this thing, after the counseling happens and that person, that female person, she in the last said that she will be focusing on her career. She will be not going to live with the other female partner. So this was the case. The other partner approached to the Supreme Court and said that it was due to the counseling that and the of the that female was changed, and her nature is the different from the that was held after the counseling. So this was the this was the case. So in this case, Supreme Court ordered all the High Court that please don't impose your value because these values are very subjective. Okay, so these LGBT community are already they are suffering, they are facing the exploitation, violence from their own family, society, and if you will start instead of giving the protection, impose your own value, so where they will go? So that's why any type of the value that is not that is subjective, that is not real or the universal. Maybe they could be right, we could be wrong. So whenever you take the stand, please be careful that there should not be the homogenization and the phobia against any type of the value that is different from you. Okay, so this is here. This is all about from this news. Okay, so you can use whenever you have to write about the anything about the marginalized condition or vulnerability of LGBT community, and this case provides the one further point. You can use that. Beside that, the Supreme Court has said that your constitutional value should be always higher than your personal subjective value. So this is the stand of the Supreme Court on the LGBT community. Okay. Next important news is with respect to this oil sardine. This is a type of the fish. Here you can see, and the length of this fish is very short. This is around 7 centimeter long, and their numbers are dwindling, and they found into the northern Indian Ocean near about the Kerala coast. Also, they are found on the coast of the Oman. Okay, Oman. So they are particularly found in the northern Indian Ocean. So their number is dwindling. So you should know that yes, it is due to the night trawling, light trawling, and the pelagic trawling. So please remember these are the case. And yes, indiscriminate fishing, illegal practice that eat into the sardine fisheries, and yes, this is the thing all about that is making this species, this fish variety vulnerable. So please remember. Mainly you should remember this for the perspective of the prelims that this is the oil sardine. Okay, so this is the name and they are found where they are found. This is important. Next news that we will take is this: the government seek report on the IVF availed by the Mujhewala murder. So here the Mujhewala, a famous singer that got killed into the 2022. Okay, so he got killed and he was a single child of his parents. So now his parents, they went for the IVF. Okay, so what is this IVF? This is the in vitro fertilization, and yes, this is considered that this as per the rule under the Section 21 GI of the Assisted Reproductive Technology Regulation Act, that the parents should age between 21 to 50. But the age of the Mujhewala parents, the current Charan Kaur was 58, and father Balkaur Sindhu, that was the 60. So this is that's why this is in the news. What is this in vitro fertilization? Here, after the particular age, it is not possible to fertilize the egg and sperm of the male and the female. Okay, so in that case, this technology is used. Under this technology, what we do, we artificially take the eggs from the female and the sperm from the male, and we in the laboratory we try to fertilize it, and after when there will be the zygote, then it will be implanted into the uterus of the female. Okay, and after there will be the pregnancy test, and there could be the pregnancy. This is the thing. This is the artificial way of fertilizing the egg and the sperm. This is the main technology. You should know about the basics. So this is important. Next important news that we are going to take is the India's voters deserve a bond of probity. Okay, so here it is talking about that the Indian electorate, they deserve whatever they are getting till now. So this is mainly about the electoral bond. So this news article start with a presumption and a condition. Under that there could be the law that should be considered as the good and yes, fair. It should be the clear, enforceable, predictable and accountable. So these are the things that a law should reflect whenever it should be. If a good law is there, all these are the characteristics. So it should be the clear. There should no vagueness, no interpretation, extra interpretation is needed. Beside that, it should be enforceable. Whatever you are talking, for example, there should not be exaggeration of the anything. Okay. Second thing is that, third thing is that it should be the predictable and accountable. Okay, accountability should be held whenever there is the anyone found the guilty. So with this thing, the writers had analyzed all these things. So whether this electoral bond was clear, whether it was predictable, whether it was enforceable, whether it was accountable. All that ground has been here the discuss. Okay. So the context of this electoral bond has been given in after this paragraph, that when then Finance Minister Arun Jaitley, he was giving a speech before the introduction of this electoral bond. He said that for the last 65 years there has been no such law that could, or the scheme that can stop this black money. And already, despite there has been so many effort, black money is into the system. So we are going to bring a system, a scheme, a law that will stop all the black money. This was the statement that was given. Lack of transparent method for the funding political parties even after the 70 years. That was his statement. Okay. So political parties still receives the fund that is not we cannot consider them as the clean. Okay. So the problem was attributed to the donors reluctant to use the check or the other transparent method due to the concern about the identity disclosure or the adverse consequences. Okay, here it is given that after, if the donors, they are giving more than 20,000 into the cash, they will have to give their identity and this will be disclosed, and that in that case, if the identity is disclosed and if those party whom that particular person has not funded, if they come into the power, for example, let's make it clear that if there is this party and this person funded this party, okay, this party A, and there is a lot of parties, there are chances that there could be the party B, C, D, they can come into the power. If they will come into the power and they know the identity of this person and this is paying them, this party, so he will ask that why you didn't pay it for me. Okay, so anyone if going to support any of the enemy, think that I have a rivalry with some of the person and third person is coming and supporting him. So it is considered that yes, that person is the rival to me as well. Okay, this is the natural presumption. This was the case, and that's why to solve all this thing, the finance minister, he proposed this electoral bond. Okay, so this electoral bond conceived like that the donors will come to the bank with the bank account and buy from here the electoral bond. So account, it will be paid from one account and here it will go into the account of the parties. parties account. So here again the parties will go to the bank and they will withdraw the money. So all this will be like the white money, but it was not presumed that this person where the how this person is bringing the money. Here it doesn't mean that it is going through the bank. This is the all white. If the background condition of this person is not that much clear, that much white, and as per this scheme, there has been the anonymity. There is the no disclosure for the this identity who is paying to whom. This is the as per the case, as per the disclosure till now, this has been the case. Okay. So this electoral bond scheme aimed to create the clean channel for the fund, okay, and it considered that, it presumed that the fund used for the purchase bond or the clean since they're coming from the designated bank, okay. So here the counterpoint is that if you have this all the logic that this will be the clean money, so there was already the electoral trust. By that the same procedure was followed. The bank account here needed to fund any electoral body, and yes, there was the withdrawal by this political party was also by the legal mean. There was the trace of bank account. So why not that? So this was the question. Okay. Besides that, the State Bank of India had disclosed, as per the information till now, many purchasers brought the electoral bond in the amount disproportionate to their business. Means these persons, these companies are earning 10 rupees and they are paying 10,000. This was the disproportionate purchase of this bond, and many of them have bought this bond when there has been the raid of the AD or the investigation of bodies. Okay, so this has been the collaborated that already you are talking about that there will be the no black money, but the black money again that come into the entry. Okay. The second thing is that if you are talking about that, you are not going to disclose the identity of this person. So how there will be the known that there is the quid pro quo, that one person paid, one company is paid to the party and party favor that particular company. Maybe I could have paid the 100 crore, 1000 crore to a political party, and maybe in the latter I would have been received one of the contract of the any of the port in India. What about that? Maybe I could have received, I have been awarded with the sum of the mine contract. Okay, so there is the chances of the quid pro quo if you are not going to open or the disclose the identity. The other thing is that the defender of electoral bonds, they argue that investigating the source of the fund used bond purchase would be feasible because yes, there is the bank account. But the thing is that if you are going to open this, so what about that? Will it be fair when it is found that that particular company has funded to those party who are into the power? How much non-biasness will be there? How much fairness will be there? There is the question mark on that. Well, okay. Besides that, it is talking about the section 7A of the electoral bond scheme itself, talking about there should be the confidentiality of the buyers, and until and unless there is no court order or the criminal is investigation by the law enforcement body, until that there will be the no disclosure. So this is all about. Okay. So actually you have prohibited the bank from providing all this thing. Okay. Here the writer is talking that yes, the ultimate clarity will come on the 21st of the March when there will be the affidavit from the SBI that they are going to bring clarity that how much data they have and how much data they have going to disclose, because now SBI is talking about that we have not collected the code, the data for the longer time as per the rules and scheme that we do not have to keep the record. But at the same time, SBI has also promised to the court that we will disclose the data. We have the data. We will manage the data. We need some times, because there was the petition from the SBI that please give us the time till June. We will provide all the code. So the same on the same point the SBI has two statement. Okay. Beside that, here the ultimate who is on the loss, the donors. It was talking about at the very initial time. It was being discussed that it was being debated that we are going to save the donors because there could be the vendetta and the revenge against the donor if there will be the disclosure of their name whom they are going to pay. Here again, due to the court mandated disclosure, again the name of those donors are there and they will be executed by the different investigative bodies of the center now because their name is there. There has been so many allegations from the opposition party. Okay, so here the those these donors now either they will be persecuted or what will happen, they will be persecuted by the different investigative bodies, and there will be also the chances of a revenge as well. So ultimately this is the benefit to the ruling party and those political parties, but what about the donors? Ultimately they are at the loss. This is the ultimately given here. Okay, in the last it is given that yes, the Indian people and Indian electorate need much better instead of the political parties just holding mirror to each other. Instead of they should look their face into the mirror and they should become more accountable instead of holding other political parties accountable and transparent. So this is the case that has been discussed in under this news article. So the writer is talking that instead of making a law in the secrecy or without taking the suggestion from the different stakeholder, the law should be there, and this law should involve every stakeholder. There should be the proper consultation, and yes, Parliament can ultimately has the wisdom to give the solution of anything because it has been the mandated by the Constitution itself. So this is all about from this news article. Next important news is about the ferocious friend and on the certain breed of the dogs and the public safety. So here it is talking about that there has been lot of complaint with respect to the attack from this street dog. There has been the invading residential area and there has been the death of the many of the children. If you will read the news, state level news, that you will find that on a daily basis, these dogs mauled these children, and particularly those children from those coming from the migrant laborers, because the parents they go on the work, their children remain at the house, and in that case there is no person to take care of those children, and that case it happens. So here there has been a complaint, lot of complaint, and after that it was the Department of Animal Welfare and Husbandry and Ministry of Agriculture, they had recommended the banning of the few breed of the dogs. Okay. So here beside that, the most important thing is that it is the street dog. They are also creating lot of problem. Okay, so the thing is that you should be more careful about whether it is a street dog or the pet dog. When they become aggressive, there are so many factors that make them aggressive and their temperament. So here, such as the age, the sex, the training, and the circumstances are there that influence the behavior of the dog. So here, we need to train those who have the pets and those who own these pets. Beside that, there should be they should ensure the responsibility on ownership and the accountability of the harmed caused, those owners. Okay, so this is the thing. Even if you will go into the Delhi, for example, in any of the colonies, there are a lot of dogs, and you will feel that yes, what is the meanness of the dog? Okay, so here it is talking about that while individual have the right to choose and raise the pet, there is also it need to be balanced with the right of the other people and the public safety. So this is there need to be balance. So this is about this whole news analysis is with respect to how they need to balance between the right to raise the pet and also what is the public safety, because this dog menace has become a public safety issue, and if you want to feel, you can go into any colony of the Delhi, you can feel what has been the menace. Okay. Next news is with respect to the IPL that is going to be held, and it will be 17th edition of the IPL, despite though there is the election, but they have managed to do, and already we saw that there is the second edition of the women IPL that has been started, and RCB that has been the victory. But in the men's cricket team, under the MS Dhoni, there has this performance is expected from the this Chennai Super Kings. Okay. Here it is given that at the age of 42, he is able to lead his team, and also his team member, Anderson, James Anderson, he is also in the 40. So it is the highlight the advancement in the sport medicine and the fitness that has made them capable of doing this. Okay. Besides that, the IPL has that much has evolved in such a manner. Whatever there is into the India general election or the COVID, but this IPL edition is taking place in a very smooth manner. Okay. There is also the issue with IPL has been considered here that in the IPL, due to the money that is they are paying here, it has it has made the national over it has given a less priority to the national team duties. We have seen that many of the players, those who are playing in IPL to perform well into the IPL, they are not taking participation into the test cricket. So this is here the money power that is changing their duties, that is creating hurdle in the duty of the national team duties. Okay. Besides that, we have seen that even the BCCI offers monetary incentive for the playing into the test. This highlight that what is the power and what is the irony of the IPL. Okay, so this is all about that is given. That is not that much relevant, but yes, we have covered. Next important news that we are going to take is the eliminating disease one region at a time. So this is about the how we are going to deal with the disease. We have to target a particular specific region area, and gradually we have to expand so that we could have the effective control of the disease. When we have eliminated, there is the very less chances of the reintroduction. So this is about, this is in the context of the guinea worm disease that has been eliminated, and here the case into the Africa, it has been reduced from 3.5 million to the 13 into the 2023. So this is the case. You should know about the basic about this guinea worm disease. It is a parasitic infection. So here you should remember in the prelims they can ask that what type of disease is it. It is the parasitic infection, and when it's happened, because when there is the contaminated water, this is polluted water that is causing this guinea worm disease. This is also known as the dracunculiasis. Okay, so please remember this. They can ask into the prelims as well. Okay, so this is the contaminated water. Whenever a person drink, there is the fleas that is infected by the guinea worm larva, and this larva will go into your stomach, and there will be the mating, and after that they will grow into the 1 year, and this adult worm, this will migrate to the skin surface, and they will go into the lower limb, and they will cause the blister, and there will be the lot of painful, and out of that blister the worm will come. So let's see into the picture how the worm comes. This is the worm. This comes out of the your body. So this is the way, and it is moderated. As long as this worm is there will be the lot of pain. So you should understand this, how what is the nature. Okay. Here, this has been eliminated, and the writer is talking that what should be the best method for the elimination of the transmission aims to zero transmission in a defined region, while eradication permanently stops its infection with no risk of the reintroduction. Okay, so here it is talking that difference between elimination and eradication. So here it is talking about the disease elimination is the crucial to improve the public health as well as it reduce the pressure on the public system, and it will improve, energize the public health system and enhance the primary health care, diagnosis and the surveillance. So all these things, that is the benefit that has been given, but it need a strong political and bureaucratic commitment. Okay, so lot of public support is needed because the public participation is very important. Overall, the disease elimination has the positive impact. Okay. So next, it is talking about that there has been the challenge and particularly the resource intensity that matter here. Okay. So it is talking about the what we need, the careful analysis and the cost benefit. Okay, because India, like the country, has a lot of issue that it has to tackle. So here we need to prioritize where we can do maximum impact, and it is only when there is the chance that there is the a small disease going to impact large population. We should prioritize that type of thing first. Okay. So reducing the disease number to a practical level through the disease control measure that is possible, we should focus on that. After that, we should gradually go into the other method. Okay. So here it is talking that the approach that allow for the understanding the elimination process, assessing the cost and strengthening the health system, that should our main area. How we should prepare? The first preparation should be for the robust surveillance system and tracking every instance, because many a times when we eliminate the disease, there is the re-entry of the disease. That is the issue. Okay, so laboratory screening is needed, and for that laboratory is needed. After that screening and confirmation has taken place, there should be the availability of the medicine. Okay, and after that we have to continue the surveillance, so no re-entry is there, otherwise all the hard work will go into the vain. Okay, so how we should start? We should start with the targeting that area that is small. For example, it has given that the Kala Azar, now it is limited to the very few states, and even few state, very few districts. So we should go for the specific targeted area. After that, we should increase and spread across the state level and then the national level. For example, just see that if this is the small district here, this particular disease is there. So we should try to eliminate here and ensure there, if there is the cases in surrounding area, no case is entering in this area. So we will go after this, then we will go at state level and finally to the national level. So this should be our approach as per the writer here. Okay. Beside that, it is talking about that what should be the main thing. There is needed for the multi collaboration. Even in a regional level, lot of stakeholder is needed, and collaboration among them will help into the better management and better monitoring. Okay, so in the last it should be the phase manner, but the national level planning and programming is very important. So it will go to the national level, and planning should be at the national level. So this is all about from this news analysis. Next important news is talking about the data marketplace and the regulation of it. So it has started, this news analysis has started with the what is the digitization that is going to play into the Indian economy. So India is expected to reach at the 5 trillion economy, and without we have the proper digitization and artificial intelligence, we cannot contribute to our economy, because it has the larger contribution. Here it has given that what is its potential to give near about $450 to $5 billion to the Indian GDP. The contribution could be from the data, digitization and the artificial intelligence. Okay, so that's why this data has been seen as a valuable resource for the planning and utilizing it as the public good. Okay, so here it has given that how we can use this data. We can use this for the predict the beneficial outcome into the area like the meteorological forecast, disaster management, infrastructure planning, citizen behavior analysis, mobility pattern, housing trend and employment forecast. All these area, that is where this help of the data and its analysis we can manage, we can make a better public policy. Okay. So this data-driven insight, this can enhance the governance and the public service by providing the better informed decision-making process. So here, but the thing is that there is the lack of regulation and the framework with respect to this non-personal data. So data has been defined into the personal data and the non-personal data. Okay, personal data where we can trace the identity of a person, and the non-personal data, it will be all those that where the identity is not related. Okay, so here it is talking about an expert committee chaired by the Chris Gopal Krishnan, and he brought the area of such as the risk de-anonymization, need for the central authority, and the data ownership and sharing mechanism. Besides that, our MITI, the Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, it introduced the National Governance Framework Policy to enhance the data-driven governance. But the thing is that neither the expert committee nor this framework has enforceable and regulatory framework, and that has been not impactful on the ground. Okay. So here the lack of regulation leads to the suboptimal legal and policy decision and hampers the effective strategies at the sectoral and the national level. Okay. So beside that, we have lot of issues that we are facing with due to this non-regulation and yes, lack of regulation, because data exchange bring together various stakeholders, facilitate advanced analysis for the informed decision making and the cost effectiveness. Okay, many a times unregulated data result into the privacy breach. Okay, so here it is given that the privacy breach is also there. Okay. So this is all about, that is given that what are the impact here that will be in the case of the non-availability of the proper regulation. Okay, the key issues such as the stakeholder rights, data pricing, legal structure for the data exchange remain unaddressed in the case of the proper national data government framework. Okay, so here it is needed to bring a national data governance framework. This is very important for the effective use of this data and making the public policy in this area. Okay. Okay, thus we can say that this national data governance framework, this is very much important because it will enhance the effectiveness and the data exchange for the MITI, and beside that it will help into the interoperability as well. Interoperability means one sector can operate into the other system can operate into the another system. This is case, the same we studied the interoperability into the different countries when they do the exercise. For example, if there is the blood center and it has some need into the other department of the agriculture center, they need some collaboration. So they can use their each other data. What is the, for example, if there is the lab that is talking, that is making research on to the impact of the fertilizer. So if there is the agriculture department and that is taking the data of the how much fertilizers and what type of the fertilizers is being used by the farmers. So there could be the cooperation, collaboration. So this will help into the interoperability. Beside that, it will help into the smooth functioning of the administrative area. Okay, so it will reduce the administrative burden and promote the integration between the different sector that we are talking. Okay, so this is all about, that is this had lot of we have lot of example. For example, we have countries like the Australia, UK and Estonia. They have adopted the data exchange framework and the protocols, and we can learn many things from these nations, and they are very effective. Their data exchange system has become very effective, and that's why their different sectors in these countries are functioning in a very smooth manner, and they are supporting each other. Okay. So what should be the formulation of this governing policy? The first thing is that we already have example like the Telangana has already developed a data exchange on the agriculture. Okay, so Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs have the and the Indian Institute of the Science, they have collaborated to establish India Urban Data Exchange. So we have already starting points. We should further and we should align with all this thing, and we should also learn from the global best practices, and we should come up with the proper regulation so that this non-personal data can be used in a proper manner and they can be used into the governance and policy making. This is all about. So here we can write a answer because this is very important area. Evaluate the challenge associated with the regulation of non-personal data in India, considering the absence of comprehensive regulatory framework and implication for the governance and policy making. 250 words and 15 marks. So you have to talk, you have to start with the what is the relevance of the data, like you can give the fact that has been given, how they are going to contribute into the GDP and what is our aim, the data and AI in the combination, how we can use that. After that, you should come with the challenge, what are the challenges associated. Then you should also discuss on the implication for the governance and policy making, and in the last you should also bring some of the best practices as we have seen into the Australia and UK, Estonia, and after that you can conclude with a positive tone. Okay, so this will be all about for your answer. We will provide the model answer for the same. Next important news is of the on the mass kidnapping into the Nigeria. So this is here. So let's see that where is the Nigeria in the map. So Nigeria is into the Central Africa. Here it is the Nigeria. I hope this is the visible. Okay, so this is just beside the Niger is above that, and you should also be very careful about the surrounding area. So Cameroon is here, and yes. This is the Benin. Okay, so please remember all these things. So here, the kidnapping of the school children has become very common. So recently we saw that near about 600 people they have kidnapped. Okay. So what is the latest crisis? Actually, there has been the continuous data that has been given that how much kidnapping has been continuously taking place. So what is the main reason for all this thing? The main thing is that already there has been a lot of social issue, like they are facing the high unemployment, inflation, food insecurity, instability in the Nigeria. All that makes the different type of the organized and inorganized criminal group like the Boko Haram. This is a criminal group. You should know like they have declared as the terrorist group as well. The bandit group, the criminal gangs, sea piracy and armed separatists, all they are active into the Nigeria. Okay. So the government response is that they are not going to pay the ransom. Why they are paying for the kidnapping? For the ransom, they want the money from the government, and they want the public sympathy. If there will be the kidnapping, people will ask the government, please pay, at least save the life, and in that case the government is forced to pay. And even the government has brought that if any of the hostage that is freed by the paying the ransom, that had declared the criminal activity as well. So you should know all about. Next important news is the Karnataka has banned certain coloring agents. So these coloring agents are the food coloring agent. Already they are a type of the dye, but they are also being used into the food and they have the harmful impact on the health. And that's why many government has already banned. For example, Tamil Nadu and Goa, they have already banned. Now it is the Karnataka. Andhra Pradesh is also thinking about to ban. So what are these culling agent? You should remember the name. This tartrazine, rhodamine B, and carmoicine. So please remember all these three names. In the prelims they can ask that recently we have seen the name like this and they are associated with what. Okay. So already we have the law and regulation for the penalties of if there is any substance that is used that is banned by the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, and they have brought under the Food Safety and Standard Act of 2006. Okay, so please remember that already there is the penalty for the 10 lakh and more, and there is the jail term for the 7 years. So this is here. This you should know. Next important news is with respect to this virtual reality, mixed reality, and this augmented reality. This is the case where the Apple has asked the other companies to please don't change the name of its spatial computing app. It should not be named as the headset. Okay, so some of the companies they are naming it the mixed reality headset, but Apple has asked please keep it the spatial computing app. Okay, so you should know this. What is the virtual reality? What is the augmented reality, and what is the mixed reality? So simple example, you all have faced that. What is the augmented reality? Whenever you go to the some destination, you are traveling, so you use the Google Map. So you are on the track as well as you are watching into the digital form. You are in the reality, you are going through, and you are watching this reality in more augmented form, mean more better form, which way is clear, which way is congested. So this is the augmented reality, means you are in the reality watching all the thing into the more clear form. Okay. But in the virtual reality, you do not remain into the real world. You enter totally with the conscious into this world. Like you will be here, I will be standing here, I will the headset, and when I will enter into the virtual reality, I feel that I am at the some of the into the sea. I am okay, so I am doing something under the sea. So this type of the thing you will not feel here, the condition environment here. You will totally feel that yes, you are submerging into the sea and you are feeling different thing into the sea. You are touching the corals on different thing. Okay. So virtual reality totally bring you out of the real world. You do not remain into the real world. You totally enter into the virtual world that is not real. Okay. And what is the mixed reality? In the mixed reality, there will be the augmentation as well as the real. Okay, virtuality will be also there. For example, whenever you go for the 3D movies, you enter into the some of the virtual reality as well as you remain into the real world. Okay, so this is the mixed reality. So you should know here the differences has been given. What is the difference? This augmented reality, it enhances the real world, like the Google map enhanced the real world. Okay, virtual reality, it create a completely virtual world, and this mixed reality, it is the blend of the real and virtual. Okay, in augmented, the you just see both real world and the digital element, like you follow the path of your travel, and you also watch the Google map. Okay, here you just see only the virtual world. You are under the sea. You are not able to see what is happening here. Even there will be the rainfall. You will be inside. Your feeling will be not like the you are getting wet. Okay, so you just see and interest with the both real and the virtual elements. So this is the difference. So this is all about you should know. So here we have completed most of the area. Let's solve some of the question that we have covered under our session. So question number 1, which of the following statement is about non-personal data are correct? It includes data that can directly identify an individual. Second, it has the potential to use as a public good. Third, it is currently governed by the comprehensive regulatory framework in India. Select the answer using the code given below. 1 and 2, 2 only, 2 and 3, none of above. Okay, so please answer. So if we will go, it includes the data that can directly identify an individual. Okay, so you are talking about the non-personal data. So it will not directly identify because it is only into the personal data that direct identification will be there. So one is incorrect. It has potential to use as a public good. Okay, yes, policy making could be there. There could be the formulation of the different program. It is currently governed by the comprehensive regulatory framework in India. That is the lacking. This is the comprehensive regulatory framework that we need. So this is incorrect. So only correct answer for this will be the only 2 will be the correct, and so B is the correct answer. Okay, so B will be the correct answer here. Next question that we will take is the question number 2. The expert committee chaired by the Chris Gopal Krishnan was constituted to address issue related to A. Regulated for of e-commerce platform, non-personal data governance, development of India's 5G infrastructure, cybersecurity in the banking. So हमने already we have studied this is the for the non-personal data governance. Question number 3. Which of the following potential benefit can be derived from the application of advanced analytics and the AI to non-personal data? Improved meteorological forecast, better city planning and infrastructure development, enhanced disaster preparedness. Okay. So what will be the answer? So we can do all these things. So D will be the correct answer. D will be the correct answer for this. Okay. Next question. Consider following disease: dracunculiasis, malaria, dengue. How many of the above diseases are transmitted through the contaminated water? So the correct answer for this question will be the only one, only two, all the three, none. So here we will see that it is the malaria that is by the mosquito, dengue mosquito. This is only the dracunculiasis. This is also known as the guinea worm disease that already we have studied. So only one A is the correct answer. Next question, question number 5. Which of the following statement about the dracunculiasis are correct? It is caused by the parasite worm. There is a vaccine to prevent the infection. 3. A key symptom of dracunculiasis is painful blister and emerging of worm. Okay, so it is caused by the parasite, so that's correct. There is a vaccine to prevent the infection. No vaccine. A key symptom of dracunculiasis is painful blister. Okay, this is correct. So 1 and 3 is correct. So B will be the correct answer. So this last question, question number 6, that has been asked into the UPSC 2019. So let's solve. In the context of digital technology for entertainment, consider the following statements. 1. The augmented reality, a simulated environment is created and the physical world is completely shut down. Okay. So is it correct? Physical world is completely shut down. Wrong. Virtual reality image generated for a computer are projected onto the real life object or the surrounding. Okay, so again this is incorrect. AR, augmented reality allowed individual to be present in the world and improve the experience using the camera or the smartphone. So yes, this is correct because in this Google map, we see the Google map. Virtual reality close the world and transpose an individual, provide complete immersion into the experience. Okay, so this is correct. So the correct answer will be 3 and 4. The B will be the correct answer. So this is all about from this session. We will upload all this, whatever we have discussed, all this document, and you have to, you can download it from the Telegram. So here, this will be a complete package for the daily current affairs. So please be very careful, be very rigorous, and yes, it will benefit you during your state PCS as well as UPSC. So please be regular with all these things. So here we have concluded, we have covered all the things, and we will conclude our session here. Thank you for joining the session. All the best. Jai Hind.